50 is all I need. 50. You can have him. You can have Mirage. Bored. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyone else online?
Not really. 5-barrel mega particle cannon. Oh, wait, no. Back. Not back. Oh, you mother. You know what? Challenger.
No one's on.
I know. Well, Debbie was. Oh yeah, he got off. Tony was. He got off
Usually
too.
everybody should be on Saturday
He said.
night.
Demi said when the party livens up, since it was just me and Blitz, invite him back.
Just because of freaking Final Fantasy, I guess, and just got around and do crap.
Wow, I literally cannot die.
What 1,000 hours of McCree experience looks like? That's basically people that does flashbang and headshot.
No, that's a crack shot pretty much.
Can y'all stop trying to do?
Alright, answer your questions. Do you guys think that the hunters in Destiny 2 needed to be buffed?
Hunters, I mean...
Depends.
I think everybody needs to be buffed. Hunters would be so much stronger if everybody had more access to their supers. That's the whole root of the problem.
I'm not,
that your ability.
like, in general, do you think hunters and hunters need to be buffed?
I mean, Arcstrider is just a bigger...
Depends.
I like Gunslinger. I like what they did with Gunslinger, but I think Arcstrider is one that needs to be changed.
No, Arcstrider needs its every
the damn carbon copy.
No, every roaming, if you know what I mean, is like if you have basically.
You know what you mean.
Yeah, every roaming super needs its speed increased, especially Arcstrider and the Sentinel. Both of their speeds needs to be increased if you're gonna have it so everyone can target them so easily. Because they're still running around normal. I know the dodge or whatever is supposed to be there, but if you are a really good shot or whatever, you can still get shot up out of that dodge.
Yeah, alright. Those are you were saying?
I was saying that all the abilities need to be just amped up. I get they want to promote primary battles, but that's pretty much all we're doing right now, is just using primary.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be, so I'm not complaining about that. I'm asking, do you think hunters need to be buffed?
I mean, if
it seems to be a very... common thing going on. Everyone keeps saying hunters need to be buffed, and I don't see how. I felt fine with my hunter. I felt perfect.
I don't even know why they decided to make carbon copies again. I hate that marketing decision to keep bringing back old stuff. We want new stuff. That's why we pay for a new game.
Yeah.
Carbon copies, as in what? Like
as in bringing back old supers and just redoing new ones just to look better.
You heard them what they said about before, right? They said that they took the supers that they didn't like and revamped them the way they wanted it to be before.
Well, why don't they just correct the errors that they made in Destiny 1 with more patches? They didn't have to go and make a whole new game.
Then it wouldn't be Destiny 2 anymore. They want to make a new game. They want to be able to put things in here that they couldn't do before. But if they did all the stuff they're adding now, it would be too much it'd be too much for DLC. It would have to be a new game.
Yeah, it would have to be a new game.
There's 80 plus story missions in Destiny 2. They can't just add that as a patch. They can't add that. They can't add 55 plus hours of content as a patch.
They don't have to add 30 gigs of DLC.
Well, that's what you're saying.
Rosen, the game is already at almost like 80 or 90 gigs with all that DLC.
It's about 50, thank you. It's not that much.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'll check mine right now, and I will tell you what I'm clocking at. It's 54.11.
Still takes up a lot of space. Well, actually, I take that back. There's one game that takes up a little bit more. I forgot which one it is.
Black Ops 3. Black Ops does.
Yeah.
Either way, I hate marketing calls on Bungie. All of them.
I see nothing wrong with it. They did what they wanted to do. They finally been actually be able to do what they want.
Give and take away thing that they always been doing isn't right with me.
They're not giving and taking away. A lot of people have been asking for all this new. They only want new things. So if it's too new, then it's no longer the Destiny game. It's something completely different. That's like people complaining about like Destiny, saying that it wasn't like what they promised Halo would be. It's not supposed to be. It's a sequel. They're not supposed to completely revamp the sequel. It's supposed to be part of the game.
Well, they're not supposed to copy stuff in the sequel from the original game.
They didn't exactly do that. I get, yes, they copied some type of supers. They kind of added things in.
They did exactly do that. They actually made some of the supers worse than they are.
Okay.
Striker, I mean, people like the new Striker, but the new Striker is so easy to dodge. Because all of his what's names have to be a smash on the ground. If you're up in the air, if you're a Warlock, you can just take him out because you can just stay in the air a little bit longer than everyone else and aim at the Striker Titan on the ground. I feel like that Striker Titan was more of a nerf than a buff. Which I'm fine by. I don't even get mad at the panic smashes anymore because it's like, alright, the first one you're guaranteed to kill somebody with because you can come out of nowhere and kill with them. All the other ones, you're screwed. You're not killing anyone with that unless they're dumb enough to try to come up and melee you. Like I said earlier, the only supers I actually had problems with taking out, well, the ones I actually got to turn tail and run is Voidwalker and Gunslinger. Those are only two.
You can't turn and walk away from a Nova Bomb.
No, what I'm saying is...
that makes you want to run, like, oh wait, there's a Nova Bomb, I need to move.
Yeah, that was the only two that actually make me do that.
Oh.
With Sentinel and Arcstrider, you're kind of like, alright, I gotta keep my distance and be a little bit aware, be aware of where he's at and what he's doing. But when it's Dawnblade and Striker, you're just like, fuck it, I can do whatever. It's gonna be a little bit before it gets to me.
Yeah, and I'll admit that you're pretty easy to kill as Arcstrider. It's depressing, but you know what? I'll deal with it. You also can pretty much kill everything in front of you.
For Sentinel, it's better for me to play defense for y'all to get the kills. It's better for me to get up to somebody and put up my shield and let y'all shoot from behind me and act as moving cover. It's better off for me to do that than it is for me to try to go in and try to whack people with my shield because I get taken down so easily.
What do you think of the state of Warlocks in Destiny? Period.
In Destiny 1, they're favored. Destiny 2 is still favored, but they're a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
I hate it, dude. I hate it, honestly.
Why do you hate it?
They're still trying to create an offense support hybrid. I think they should just go all out.
Well, Warlocks are kind of made for that. Mage in, like, mythical times, they're usually a mixture of both. I get that they're trying to make it kind of have a little bit of both. I like that, actually.
Yeah, I don't have problems with Warlocks.
I do.
I like what they did to the Warlocks. They're not as, like, straight up in the face, either overpowered or strictly support. Like Sunsinger, yeah, it was almost strictly support. Nova Bomb and Stormguard, now you have a mixture of both. You can actually have a chance to switch.
The only thing going for Sunsinger was the neutral game. Neutral game is like performance outside of your super ability.
A lot of its perks are based strictly for being, like, kind of supportive. Like, a lot of their abilities are to, like, help you charge your super faster.
There's only like one or two abilities in the whole tree that are supportive.
With my Sentinel, Sentinel Titan, yeah.
Well, that go on with the rest of the abilities. The rest of the abilities aren't supportive on any of the other two. Sunsinger is the most supportive out of all of them.
I beg to differ for Hunters.
A what?
I beg to differ for Hunters, Night Stalkers.
I'm not talking about Hunters.
We're just talking for your class.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, but for the Hunter, the Night Stalker, yeah, it's a supportive class with that tether, but for the most part, it's almost kind of like a solo class that's supposed to help you. But you don't want to be too up close like a Blade Dancer and still have that sneaking ability. That's what the Night Stalker is for. That's why it's called a Night Stalker. I have no quarrels with any of the abilities I've seen so far with the Hunter. I like them. I wish that you had a little more movement speed like Huey said. For the most part, I don't see why everyone's screaming for a buff for the Hunter. I think they're just fine.
Yeah, no. Like, with me, like I said, I just want some Doom Marchers to increase my movement speed for a Titan. That's it. because we're a lot slower than the rest of everybody, but that's understandable since we're supposed to be a tank.
I honestly just hate the new Warlock subclass. Trash, to be honest.
Yeah, because your subclass is basically useless in PvP.
It's a failed hammer.
PvP.
It's a failed Sunbreaker.
Yeah, like I said, a useless class in PvP. You're better off just running with Voidwalker. You might as well master Voidwalker like Jordan has.
They nerfed the crap out of Voidwalker Super.
And actually, they made it a lot more fun to use.
Oh no,
it's not fun to use anymore, dude.
You want to throw it at someone and like, oh hey look,
bro,
you
this is coming from a Warlock. Who's played the Warlock, you can see what it can do.
My brother and Soren enjoy the new Voidwalker because my brother, when he shoots, it's slow, but you have to know what you're doing with it because you can set it off anytime you want to. My brother would go like me and Bliss were playing one match with my brother and his friend. My brother went in, he shot a Void, the Nova Bomb. Everyone scattered, but he triggered it early enough to catch all of them in the explosion and damaged. He killed 2 of them, and he damaged the other 2, but he died in the process, but we still went up and cleaned them out. So we still got the team right. You just gotta know when to set it off and what perks the best benefit.
You could live much longer as that Voidwalker than any other class. If you just keep devouring your grenade, getting a kit and mailing someone, you get that grenade pretty much back in seconds, and keep devouring it, keep the devour effect going. You're essentially unstoppable. You can devour
your super to get your grenade back, I think.
Yeah, you can either devour your super to get your grenade back, or devour your grenade to get health back. And to overcharge your melee. It's a lot more about, it's a lot more synergies what they were trying to aim for, and I feel like they've done that. Because with the Hunter, if I can, correctly use my Shade Step in my melee with my Arc Strider, I can essentially just keep dodging and meleeing you until everyone's dead. I have done it multiple times before.
Hey, Kalen. Kalen's watching the stream.
Yeah, and with Sentinel, it's like I was doing PvP and a couple of my friends were nearby. I go in and there's a perk. My, what is it? Force Barrier works for everybody now. So if I melee somebody and kill somebody, everyone around me gets a Force Barrier.
Which is great, because the Hunter needs that, because he needs that extra armor. So if you have a Hunter that's real good at getting in there and fighting, but can't live with because he has no armor, and you're in there with him getting the armor, we're unstoppable.
Oh, so Titan basically is basically Titan is the guy in the middle, because he works really well with Warlocks because of their circles, the Healing Rift and the Empowerment Rift, and I can put down barriers. And then since if I use Sentinel, then I work really good with y'all for when y'all want to run up close and I kill somebody with my Force Barrier and activate it for y'all. And same thing, if I get kills with my Super, I think y'all still get Force Barriers because it counts as a melee.
So if anything, I think they've made it work perfectly. The Warlock is a much more devastating person without his Super and having to be always on. For the most part, and you can't deny this, people would take down a Warlock pretty easily unless he had a Super Gun. When he had Super Gun, people stayed away because he was pretty unstoppable when he had a Stormcaller going or Sunsinger with this one-hit melees and grenades everywhere. And Nova Bomb was terrifying to see because it came out so fast that it would kill you.
So it's
Nova Bombs might be bigger, but people will also forget. If someone doesn't ever play the Warlock before, they forget that you can shoot your Nova Bomb now. So they'll duck under it because it won't hit them. And someone just shoots the Nova Bomb, kills everyone around them. It's not even made to kill people anymore. If you don't think like that, it's made to make people move. If they're all hiding on B behind one of those towering rifts or barricades, throw Nova Bomb over and they all scatter. And when they scatter, there's no barrier to protect them. You can just walk up there, take the point, and then hold it down for your with your teammates while you put down a rift. Anyway, that's my take on it. I think the Warlocks have made a great recovery from the OP-ness that they once were. Now they're
so tired of hearing that.
Why do you keep trying to say it's not true?
Because I get dick slapped. I don't know about you.
No, when I was too easily, I lived too long. A lot of times their exotics work simply because
I don't know how you play Warlock.
missing.
You must be a master Warlock and me not, because I get dick slapped.
No, it's just that they I fight with a warlock and I feel like I don't feel right. It feels different. It feels wrong.
I think I stopped using my warlock in PvP because a lot of the time the warlock movement would mess around and get me killed.
Yeah,
like if I was gliding in the air, I would get shot out of the air. And I like the Titan's movement because I can skate. I'm only a couple inches off the ground, and then I can use Twilight Garrison to duck behind a corner. So I was like, all right, and then I can still run in like I usually do with the warlock and one-hit melees and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, Titan fits me more because we're not in the air as long as stuff as a warlock. Warlock, if you go in the air, it's a death trap. You have an extra long melee though.
Aerial masters because we can control the air like that. We can move wherever you want. That's why I like the Hunter so much. We're a lot more agile. The warlock doesn't fit me because of that. But when I play as a warlock, I have my ram helmet on, my void walker. I rarely die because if they try to get near me, I had extra armor for no reason other than the fact that I was just wearing the ram helmet, and I just keep getting health back.
It's not even that much extra armor, dude.
And then I go in and I just annihilate. And I just go in, and then when you have storm caller, you just go in and just melt the team with your super. Because I have blink, and I had the gloves on, so I automatically get landfall. And I also had the perk where I had full grenades, my super would last longer. I just go in and melt people down. So when someone shot a rocket or something, I would blink out of the way, and they'll go behind me and miss. And I just electrify them and kill them.
Yeah, like with the Voidwalker, that ram helmet, it makes a difference, especially with you can see the fact that as you can use it on every subclass, because it doesn't say increased armor for void subclasses, it says increased armor. And those missing words make the difference, because that's why I see Stormcallers running around with the ram helmet and they're harder to kill, or see a Sunsinger with the Solar Shield on with a ram helmet that's slapping everyone.
I don't know. I never used the ram that much. I usually use, if I was using Sunsinger, hard practice fire all day.
Yeah, use the exotics that are made for it. People don't do that.
Because I wanted to throw grenades. I just threw solar grenades and had it so enemies ignited took extra damage, and that made the difference. Just going around melting people. Then if people piss me off, I'll put on fusion grenades and just toss endless amounts of fusion grenades on people.
Yeah, like with a warlock moving the way it does and everything like it was before, like they did need some nerfs, but there's some things that I like about him. I like some things about him. I like the whole
oh shit, dude! I remember you saying you hate everything about warlock.
I'm about to compliment a warlock if you quit being like all spiteful. All right, as much as I hate to admit it, their melee range was commendable.
Why was it commendable? You hated it. You didn't like it.
Someone tries to because
I don't like it.
That was your complaint. That's not a compliment. That's a complaint. I've heard too many of them from you. I said it's commendable,
meaning I respect it. I don't fight warlocks like that. You
ever see me getting in the shotgun? You would rather have it cut in half. I can hate it and respect it.
I can hate it and respect it. You can hate a sword like, but I respect it because it's powerful. You can respect the power. You can hate it, but you can respect it.
No, you didn't consider it powerful. You considered it broken.
It is broken. I respect it, but it's broken. I respect it. I respect its power. I respect how you can keep people away with that melee. The hunter has to keep his distance, has to work around that. You ever see me running up sorting with the melee trying like I'm gonna win? No, I keep a chaperone or I make sure that he's turned around before I get my first melee. Same thing with you. I don't fight a warlock head up if I know it's a melee battle, because I lose. So I have to think around it.
And for some reason, warlock's melee is faster than a hunter's.
That does bother me once again. I mean, they're slapping out and pushing energy. We have to put out a knife. I understand it. I'll let it slide.
People don't think about it, but it's their gloves that decide that. If you get the faster melee attack gloves, that's it. If you're done, you're getting out.
Apparently, all warlocks have it, because that's usually the case with everyone. They always have like that faster like melee to pull off.
What, really? I hate that every time I do this. They always give me enemies that spam that move.
Yeah.
Oh, so Blitz, you back?
Yes.
Besides the Arc Strider needing increased movement speed.
Yeah. Well, why do you feel they need to be buffed? If you have a reason, I would just like to know. That's all.
Why do they need to be buffed?
Yeah, why do you feel like they need to be buffed? Like, what's your reason for it? Like, to you, what's like, oh man, that needs to be buffed. They need to buff that. But we've already explained the whole, besides the speed, because that's just overall in general. People believe that roaming servers need to be buffed with their speed. We mean, like, what do you think the hunter in specific needs to be buffed, and what about him?
Are you serious? No. Defeat the upcoming enemy. He's putting a lot of thought into this.
Or just, taking a while.
Might have left again while you bullshitting. Oh, no! Did you hear any of the questions? Yeah.
Nah, for my fucking mic decided to be a little fucking shitbag and cut off.
We're asking, besides the movement speed for supers, what do you think for the hunter needs to be buffed? Because you said before that you believe they need to be buffed. Do you, like, what reasons do you have for saying this?
The perks are kind of trash. Like the golden gun perks, I know they're trying to revolve it around golden gun, but like, not getting much options for it.
Well, to be fair, that was the beta. You only got half of it. You didn't get to have enough chance to
also checked out.
experiment.
You could still check out the other skill tree.
Yeah.
If it was logged, doesn't mean you couldn't see it.
Yeah, I looked at Sentinels and I was just like, oh my god, let me get the other half of the skill tree.
Fucking crazy good. The Warlocks is crazy good. The only one I'm actually interested in seeing is the third's fucking what do they call it? Upgrade slot for the Arc Strider, because it actually looks pretty decent.
Which one was that again?
They're golden. That was the oh fuck, what did it even say? I don't even remember what it said. I have to go look up a picture of it. But golden gun, the third one, is really, it's just they're trying to make it. I understand they're trying to make it all about golden gun, but they need to have like some passive perks. Like in Destiny, they had like, I guess, passive perks. Not really passive, but they had proccing perks, like Gunslinger's Trance. But I'm not saying it has to be Gunslinger's Trance. Just something
along those lines. Something that's proccable, but
yeah,
outside
something that can
gold.
proc towards them. Because the only thing we have is when we get headshots, it extends the golden gun duration, and it does more damage, which I think is a great idea. But I think they're trying to revolve it too much around the golden gun itself and not really giving us anything to play with, like aesthetics wise.
Okay. I see your point. I would agree on that.
They're like, hey, you know what's a good idea? Let's give. Yeah, I like the Arc Strider third class because it has a lot of good shit. Like I think if you melee. When you get meleeed and you melee, you can actually melee the enemy and it'll do like a thunder strike between enemies, which I thought was pretty cool.
There's a thing they have with the one that we had unlocked, which meleeing recharges your dodge and your dodge recharges your melee. So you can, when you do your dodge, you get deadly reach. So which your melee launches and goes in farther, which means in your melee also gets a damage buff when you get the first melee kill called Lethal Current. So you can perpetually just keep doing that, and you can wipe out points, which I like that. Yeah. I like it how you don't have to worry about being in your Arc Strider to do any damage.
And with the Sentinel, I like.
And yeah, I'm not the only one that thinks hunters need a buff. Like there's
I know a lot of people. That's why I brought
the
question up. And I'm asking why, because to me, I feel like they're fine. So I'm guessing they mean the Gunslinger itself and not the Arc Strider, not the Hunter as a whole.
I think they mean what they mean by buff. They think the perks itself is what needs to be buffed. Like something needs to be changed about the perk. Otherwise, it doesn't matter like what way they try to set it up. It will still feel the same no matter like which way you try to set it up. Because with Sentinel, it's like I can set it up a couple different ways. I can set it up so I can be I can set it up so Sentinel benefits me the most, or I can set it up so Sentinel benefits the people around me.
So you can go from solo to support, solo player to team player.
Yeah, basically. And the super itself can do the same, because I can put up a bubble for everyone, or I can just run around with a shield and only blocking and doing stuff for myself, but my teammates can walk behind me if I'm blocking. And then they made it so Sentinel has a shoulder charge, which takes a perk. Yeah. And I was like, so basically, it's just like the Striker one, same perk and everything, same way, it works the same way or whatever. So I was like, okay, I might never use that much. Might use it in PvP, might never use it in PvE. But they gave it so you can throw 2 shields. I'm like, really? There's a perk so I can throw another shield. This should have been like automatically added into the super itself, not a perk. And then
And
if I activate my super...
if you really think about it, Warlocks and Titans, they get these fucking amazing team abilities, and Hunters are kind of left out of that. The only thing they get that is really good, the only thing they get that is really not even good, but okay, is the reload. Now, what I would have liked is if they would have brought back Gunslinger's Trance with a stability, but it wouldn't only affect you; it would affect your teams, or people near you, not just your whole team, no matter where the fuck you're at.
Like that Perkins, like my Perkins Sentinel. If I get a melee kill, then everyone around me gets force barrier.
Everyone gets force barrier, exactly. But they kind of left the Hunters out on any kind of like team play. The only thing they get is that fucking reload shit.
Well, so to be fair, the Hunter isn't exactly a team player. He's more of a solo artist. Like he's made to like go in front, scout, and take out any enemies on like outsides of it, and let the team fight freely on the inside.
Yeah, and what I've noticed is they use.
Yeah, but you gotta remember when they add raids in, even though they're supposed to be DPS, it's still a team effort. I would expect something to have a Hunter to have something that can contribute to the team, other than just some fucking reload speed, even if it's not that huge. But something that could, like, I don't know.
Technically, I take their reload speed ability with my wall. Because all you gotta do is stop aiming and
that's the funny thing. You don't even
need
the reload speed. So if you have a Titan, you can literally place a barricade that reloads the weapon just by crouching down and coming back up, making the ability basically fucking useless.
To me, the Hunter's always been like, his abilities weren't made him what was helpful to a team, it was his mobility. That's why things like the, what's it called? Like all the raid stuff where like there's a lot of mobility involved where he shined the brightest because he was able to do those things fairly easy compared to most other subclasses. Sure, you could do it if you're good with your character. Like I can jump pretty easily and on stuff as a Titan or a Warlock. Yeah, I mean it's easier.
Trash with Warlock.
Another thing, Golden Gun.
I'm not saying you, Rose. I'm saying people that were like comfortable with it. Yeah, I'm
saying Golden Gun too fast. Runs out way too fast.
Yeah,
the 6 shots was a good idea, but in PvP, when I was playing, I was lucky enough to get 3 kills. Even though it was 4v4, I was lucky enough to get 3 kills. I barely got 2. I mostly just got 1. The super runs out way too fucking fast. I know they're not trying to make it like a roaming, like it kind of is a roaming super, but it just kind of makes it useless. I'd say you should be able to switch it between 6 and 3 shots. 3 shots does more damage.
It is a thing.
You
the
keep
6
it for a little bit longer.
It was in the top row. The other one was in the bottom.
Yeah, I know.
The other one was just kept at 3.
6 shots. The 6 shots are good for like strikes and like PvE activities, but PvP it's not very good.
I guess they made it like that because they got tired of people complaining of someone popping a golden gun, shooting one person, run around, like a couple seconds later, shoot another person, and then finally finish you off with the last shot. I didn't have any problem with that because I was like, oh,
as bad as Stonecaller before they nerfed it with the duration it had. Because with Stonecaller, at least you had to get closer. Golden Gun, you just kind of stay from afar. Pop.
Yeah, you can snipe people with the Golden Gun.
Pop. Yeah, so I understand what they're doing, and I'm okay with them having it a little quick like that because it's a small. Because from it look like, the maps are a lot smaller, and so it's gonna be it's supposed to be a lot more condensed of pow, pow, pow.
Yeah. The funny thing I don't get, if Hunters are supposed to be an engaging class, why do like the fucking Titans and Warlocks get a fucking rift or something that gives them an overshield? When we're
not
basically
engaging,
going
we're flanking.
Okay, but even then.
Even then, it's supposed to,
we're still a class that's doing more DPS than everyone in the game. But yet again, we're going in with kind of no protection. That's like saying Tracer doesn't have any protection when she really does. Her mobility makes up for that. That's why she's such a great flanking character. That's why I'm saying the movement on Hunter should be a little bit faster than other classes. They're meant to flank, get a couple, either damage or get a kill, and then get out. That's why I'm saying the supers and Hunter overall is way too slow. Even everyone in the comment sections on the trailer and the beta, and even on Reddit are saying it themselves. That the Hunter movement is meant to be like a Hunter. You're meant to get in, get a kill, or get damage and get the fuck out, not just sit there and fucking die.
And didn't they nerf
a problem with it?
The speed
for getting
of
in and
your
out.
dodge?
The speed. Alright, I wish we did have a little more movement speed with you know.
Because I know you were complaining. Yeah, because I noticed you were complaining a couple times. You'll do a dodge and still get killed because it was too slow.
Yeah, our dodge was kind of slow. I do wish it was a little faster, but it was something I could deal with because that just meant I just had to try a little harder. That's all I saw that as.
I like 4v4, but it's just sometimes you just run out of people to try to find. And the kill time's too long. I mean, I know they extended the kill time, but it's too long now.
Yeah, that kill time is fucking outrageous.
Yeah, that takes me a while to kill people.
Yeah, like it takes me a good 20 seconds to actually put one person down. Then by the time you finish that gunfight, another gunfight starts up with you and somebody else, and it takes you another 15 seconds to put him down. And then if you run into somebody else, there's a good chance you're going to be dead unless you got a perk that gives you back health. In which it takes him another 5 to 10 seconds to kill you. I'm like, oh, these kill times. Just decrease them by like a couple of seconds. I like that it's more gun focus and it takes a little bit more to kill people, but too long.
I like how this person described it.
Yeah.
Playing PvP with no healing abilities, a weaker shield, and a slower recovery forces me to flank people to try to kill them. It forces me to flank the whole team, and even then I'll get one kill and end in an engagement with a sliver of health. Then I have to wait in a corner for about 10 seconds before my health can even start to come back, and if the other Guardian comes around the corner, I'm done for. I feel like Hunter should be a lot more of a speedy glass cannon. Man, they're like the DPS output is insane. It's not that good. And then we have Warlocks that are able to place rifts that can do extra damage, and then we have Hunters. We have Titans that can place fucking barricades, either blocking off DPS coming one way the whole fucking time, or a barricade that you don't even have to reload for. It's just constant fire coming from one way.
And if you walk through it, you get damage is dealt to you, so
Like insane damage too. So it's trying to deter people from like just, oh, is that a shield?
You better shoot it down, or you better jump over it.
Yeah. Because I always wanted before, like, you know, people always just walk in my bubble and like, really? Because you're not afraid of a bubble necessarily, especially if you know that's only weapons of light. Like, oh, is that really it?
And another thing is, if it's called a dodge, we shouldn't be able to get hit. It shouldn't be, if we get hit, it shouldn't be called a dodge.
Agreed.
You might as well just call it shade step again.
Yeah, like somebody said, oh, 100 dodge have the invincibility frame. I was like, nope, no invincibility frame, just speed up the
speed up the dodge, they're just more dodgy.
And the funny thing is, the Hunter and Titan, when they place their little special ability shits like the barricade or the rift, theirs automatically starts recharging even though it's still up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Ours doesn't. We just get one dodge and we have to wait fucking the whole time. Theirs is still active.
And the Warlock gets their dodge faster than we do.
Well, yeah.
Okay, let me clarify. Warlock dodge is useless. It's easily three times worse.
You still get your dodge faster than ours. Your useless dodge comes back faster than ours. Somewhat useful dodge.
No point in using it.
No. Yeah, Rose, I know what you're saying. It's worse than the Twilight Garrison, but
it's so like
it's still mid-air movement that Warlock should not be able to have.
There's a lot of things I think Warlock shouldn't be able to have, and that should have, but still, it's so minuscule. I don't even think you should be considering something for an argument.
Well, considering y'all have a perk that allows y'all to automatically go from the air to the ground in like less than a second.
I honestly don't think that's very helpful, to be honest. Because Warlock's not made for mid-air combat.
Not only that, if you do that move and you have a rift, it automatically drops the rift when you go to the ground.
Well, good for them. You need support. Warlock should have been the support class from the start, anyway.
Before it sounded like you were going to be support.
And you deal damage to people when you smash the ground.
Say that again, Bruce.
Before it sounded like you're upset because you were support. Or
no. I wanted to be support from the beginning. I don't like it how they're trying to add in damage dealing and support.
Because they don't
if you really think about it, though, the dodge is the Warlock dodge. They get it faster and it's mid-air movement, or it could be kind of like a ground movement. All you got to do is jump and quickly press the dodge.
That's what I'd be doing with
the funny thing is that the Hunter's dodge. First off, doesn't give any ability frame, invincibility frames, Second
Neither
off,
does
we have to
Warlock.
wait the whole
You can
time
still get
while
hit.
our ability isn't even active. We get a 1 use from it, and it's basically just a glorified reload or melee charge. So it's basically the same thing as Shade Step, but it just does one more thing.
Caleb, what are you doing? What is big boy words?
Make defeat a possibility in your mind.
I mean, Titans don't wait. Yeah, Titans no longer have one hit. Well, no one has one hit melees anymore. I don't have any problems. Yeah, I don't really have any problems taking out any Striker Titans. Like, I feel like it feels like Striker Titan to me has just been nerfed. There's no reason for me to use it in PvP because everyone can put me down. Unless they get that shitty ass shoulder charge in at the last second.
Honestly,
Which is shoulder charge still a one hit melee kill?
I hate
No, but
shoulder
it leaves
charge.
you with very low.
Okay.
I still think shoulder charge was super unhealthy for Destiny 1.
It was fun. And the thing is, people complain about it being so overpowered, so
People
overused.
complain
The
about
thing is,
Warlock's
all the people that were
one-shots
complaining about it could never put the shoulder charge down before it got to them. Because I tried shoulder charging Blitz and Bruise, and they put me down so easily.
Oh yeah,
like,
we
why
know
can't
how to
people
do
just
it. We're like,
this?
oh no. I ain't let you touch me. Get away from me.
Man, I've
Put out
double
chaperone.
Dude.
fucking shoulder charge to get fucking shoulder charged again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a dude got mad because he said I was going around. He's like, "Oh, you have no skill. You're running around with a shotgun, and then you come back and camp heavy ammo, pick it up again, and go around and kill people with it. How close do I have to get to you before I can one hit you with that shotgun? How many bullets can you put into me before I get close enough to shotgun you with it?"
No, correction. It's not how many bullets you can put into him. It's how many bullets he'll miss before he actually lands one.
And he was getting mad because I kept killing him / camping with a shotgun. And he saw me running around the map with it. And then we get the other complaint that Blitz told me about by somebody getting mad saying, "Oh, you can only kill me with the primary." Bitch! That's what you're supposed to do.
Dude, that's why there's a double primary, fuckboy. Don't talk to me.
Here, you want me to do something else? By all means, I'll
fucking-
put out a sniper. By all means, if that's what you want.
I mean, I have no problem going on Destiny 1. We can have a sniper battle. I mean, that's
Oh yeah, by all means. You want to have a battle with just specials? By all means, I'll put out a chaperone and put you in your place.
honestly, if you
Score
don't
that
think that's
Lord
fair,
of
I mean, we can go
Wolves.
1v1 Widowmaker on Overwatch. I don't have a problem with that either.
Yeah, like seriously.
Like, I don't understand how people be complaining about certain things. It's like certain things, yeah, you can't complain of, but other things, it's like, no. And then,
I also don't understand how hunters are supposed to be the DPS class, but we get the only thing that gives us DPS is our golden gun, and that's only if we hit precision shots.
I never
Yeah,
looked
it's
at it
kinda
as a
hard.
DPS
While
class. I've seen this more as like
fucking,
just distracting and flanking. I'd always thought that the other two classes was supposed to take up most of
PvE
it.
Destiny 1, if you ran Celestial Nighthawk, you were basically the DPS
Oh,
class.
okay, well that's something else entirely. That's like, alright, that's like DPS king.
I heard a rumor that they were bringing back that Starfire protocol for Warlocks.
Yeah,
they
Starfire
said they're bringing
Protocol
about the
and,
design. We don't know if it's going to still do the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Useless.
Same thing with the Technonaut.
Wait. So why would they bring... Alright, the Taconite will actually be useful. The Starfire Protocol that has the same perks would be useless. Only thing that would be useful for is PvP. And that's just so people can throw double fusion grenades.
Well, to be fair, I think that's a fair trade-off. All of your grenade charge for one shot.
I'm glad that there's no one-hit grenades now. Because I can run... Except lightning grenade still does too much damage. Lightning grenade still does too much damage.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't nerf that at all.
Nope. But I like, cause right now I'll go and use a magnetic grenade, throw on somebody, run away. He'll chase after you. The first explosion lowers him. I come back. He'll come around the corner. I melee him and then I'll shoot him a couple times, or I'll melee him again and put him down. I was like, bro, I know that it's not a one-shot grenade anymore. I'm just using that to lure you closer to me so I can put you down faster.
Yeah, like for me,
If
I
you're
don't
going to
use
chase
my
after
grenades
it.
like that. I've always used them as like, oh, you're trying to run? Oh, you're on health? Skip grenade, and goodbye, little boy. It's made for, it's like Wolfpack grenades.
I use
They're
them like
beautiful.
lead on.
Like, I've done it with lead on sometimes. For the most part, I'm in a gunfight, and I usually end up winning most of my gunfights. But if they try to run, I just send my skip grenades, they just bounce it, I just watch it, chase them down, and kill them.
Yep.
They're like
What's
little
that
Wolfpack rounds, dude. It's beautiful.
Kaylin, go to sleep.
All right, archery. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go and hop on Dead Island.
Dead Island, Dead Island. I need to charge my controller.
But yeah, but all right. So Rosa, we understand how you feel about the warlocks. You don't like them. The question is, are you still going to play as a warlock?
I mean, it wouldn't
Wait,
be
why do you
that.
not like the warlocks?
He said he doesn't like that they went for more of an offensive role instead of a supportive role. Or something like along that lines.
He's tired of them trying to mix it as a hybrid. Is what he said. Trying to make them
Yeah.
supportive and offensive.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
I'm going on right now. Rosa. Either way, are you still going to be a warlock? Is that still going to be who you pick?
I'll try. I will try.
I mean,
If it gets
be
to
honest,
him,
that's,
if it gets
that's
to
your
him,
character.
Honestly, I don't think a mixture is a bad idea.
I mean, there needs to be one that does a mixture of both.
If you
The
think, if
Titan's
you
more
think about it, they
offensive.
built it correctly. Titan
Yeah.
is like a fucking wall. He's meant to be a wall.
Yeah,
The
they are
warlock
called the
is
city's
basically a
wall.
mixture. There's a rift that can heal and damage buff, but there's also they can also do some pretty decent DPS. And then there's hunters with a massive DPS.
I mean, I'll try it, but if it gets too unbearable, then I'm gonna have to be forced to switch.
You won't have to be forced to switch.
Yeah, it's your,
if that's who
it's your
you are,
game.
then
Yeah. it's
I
your
mean-
game, dude. You can pick whoever the fuck
I mean,
you
I've been a
want.
warlock the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It'd be a dick move to just ditch it right now because I
like,
don't
if you're
like
just
it.
playing because of the abilities, then it's kind of wrong.
I don't play for the
And
abilities. I like the
anyway,
warlock. I
most
like
of
the
the time-
lore.
Then stay
And
with
most
them.
of the
That's,
time-
that's who you are.
yeah, anyway, most of the time we do play Destiny. I'm usually the
Bungie
only
can't
Titan.
decide who I am.
I mean, you're always a warlock in Destiny 1, and that's you.
Man,
That
I'm
you
making
look
one of
comfortable
each
with them.
character like I always do.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
most
we
likely
do
will
one
do
of
the same.
each. But I'll probably be on my Titan the most. Because for real, the movement for a Warlock is what shied me away from Warlock. Because I did originally start out as a Warlock. Warlock,
Yeah,
I had the
lie,
best
the
survivability.
movement on Warlock was actual shit.
Because when I jumped up in the air and Crucible, people just shot me. And I was like, I'm tired of this. I hop
don't
on
use
Titan,
it,
I'm
though.
just
You don't
Titan
use it.
skating,
You-
and then I'm
use
like,
it.
oh, okay.
I was kind of expecting a faster glide, not really a fucking Twilight Garrison. So, like,
Yeah, I hate the Twilight
yet
Garrison
again, they can
edition.
force
That's
themselves
trash.
to go to the ground faster. So,
Yeah.